These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Denver Broncos and the Buffalo Bills. And we are underway in Buffalo. And this carries into the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
25-yard line.
Fakes the give to Gordon. Now here's Locke to throw. Got an open man here, and it's KJ Hamler. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. And even 20 yards and a first down on the game's very first play. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. Defensively, Harrison Phillips there to stop him.
4 yards.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Block on target there to Fant, the tight end. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Gain of 9 yards.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
So first and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 43. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Ed Oliver able to record his 5th sack of the season. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
And that's something you have to get ready for defensively, because in today's NFL, teams will use their wide receivers on jet sweeps, end arounds. They'll move them back in the backfield and make them running backs. Partner, this was much more of a tap pass, but effective nonetheless.
And I think both guys love it. If you're a quarterback, it's an easy completion. If you're a wide receiver, you get the easy reception and also a chance to try to make a play with your feet. Now Brandon McManus for the Bronco field goal. This officially a 55-yard attempt.
55-yard attempt.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
And the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They start the drive with a give to Allen. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
He's tackled at the
That was a particularly nice play, because not only was it his job to force the play inside, he was actually able to fold inside himself and make the tackle ultimately. Very nicely done.
Flush to his right. And that is incomplete.
So I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Throwing is Allen on third. Looking for Funchess, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. Well, these may be an adventure this afternoon, but this one is good.
Broncos 10, Bills nothing.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will make it into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
On second down, it's Allen. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Allen looks to throw on 3rd and 1. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Looking into the snowflakes, and he muffs it.
And that's what friends are for.
As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Freeman. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it a 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
To throw again on 2nd down. Locke. That's going to be caught by Judy. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. First carry for Royce Freeman. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35.
Down at the 35.
A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
First down, Denver.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Right at the line of scrimmage.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now Locke throwing on 2nd down. Open man. He completes it to Judy. And he gets it down to the 32. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Brings up 3rd down.
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. Block now to throw. This is the tight end Fant. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone came around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
A gain of 9.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now a toss right side. It's Gordon. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
With the score, Broncos 10, Bills nothing.
One man in the backfield is Gordon. One man in the backfield, that's Gordon. 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Bronco ball carrier.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
So on 3rd and goal, Gordon. And he is going to lose yardage here.
That was the kind of play that this defense needed because it has not been a good half for them on that side of the football. Maybe they can use that one to regroup a little bit and start to play a little bit better.
For the Bronco field goal, a 24-yard attempt.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, and you're not getting too many attempts shorter than that one. I don't think anyone got a finger on it. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Throwing now is Allen. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he'll have it past midfield, almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's another first down as this time they get an even 20. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw, it's Allen. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Open man Hamler, that's complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Shotgun snap to Locke. Got Gordon open, completes it. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. A lot of ground to cover. 2nd and 22. Now they run from the gun with Gordon. And he's only able to work this from the 8 to the 10 for a pickup of 2.
He was brought down.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. On 3rd and long, it's Locke. He'll go up top here for Hamler. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
I think we could all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here.
And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
After the turnover, here's Locke. He's going to drop this one down to Gordon. That catch good for only a couple.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Locke. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. That sack by Tremaine Edmonds. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Flushed it, and he's going to go down again.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
On fourth down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. Pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense. This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Now Allen. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost.
Partner, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with, some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting the 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. A 2nd and 10 on a chilly, snowy December day, and I must say, I'm loving it. Kind of putting me in the holiday spirit. Charles hates it. He's giving me the evil eye, folks. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Now on 3rd and 2, they're going to elect to throw with Allen. Forced out to his left. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They'll run for it. This is Allen. And he gets this one across midfield for the 1st down to the 46. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. From the gun, it's Allen. Caught left side by Funchess. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo 1st down.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. So the shotgun snap to Allen. He's going to go deep for Funchess. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down.
Incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line. Throwing again. Allen. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is incomplete. Stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
Dawson Knox. Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 10.
So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So we have reached halftime with our score 10-0. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, not too many breaks ahead according to the radar. More snow on the horizon as we are back underway in half number 2. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
1st and 10.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Brought down.
Demario Davis there on the stop.
A gain of a
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
They keep it on the ground. Allen again. 1st down and more for Allen. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A big play there. His 21st touchdown of the season. And the Bills have cut it to within a score.
for the expert.
Sometimes running plays hit or break so fast, there's no reaction time from the secondary. So I've got to give credit to the offensive line for creating that hole so suddenly. And how decisive was he to take that cut and just go? No one downfield there to stop him.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on 1st down. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 24-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Block working out of the gun. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They'll run on 1st down. Allen, and he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Check 13. Check 13. Half 85. Half 85. That's me. Alert, alert, alert.
Here's Allen to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Watch the pass. Show it up. Show it up. Whip, 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 whip. Watch the whip. Pass in. SOS.
Allen to throw on 3rd down. That's complete right around the 8. And they will get to him at the 7 and stop him short of the 1st down marker. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. The kick by Bass is good. And that will knot us up at 10. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. They throw again on 2nd down. This one's complete. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
A gain of 12.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Locke. And that'll be incomplete. KJ Hamler, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
Incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Got a man complete. It's Hamler. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 49.
An 8-yard.
The drive stays alive. A 3rd down gain of 8. Lock now on first down. This is Hamler on the receiving end. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. 7 yards there and a first down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe it'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Locke going to get this into the hands of Gordon. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Give them 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Locke throwing complete here to Judy. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it.
At the 16-yard line.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Fakes the give to Gordon. Now here's Locke to throw. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown.
Denver.
Noah Fant with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Broncos have taken the lead. McManus now for the extra point. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10.
Broncos 17, Bills 10. Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bills take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
This will probably be the last play of the quarter. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. Von Miller able to record his 5th sack of the season. Back now in Buffalo. The Bills have the football, but they trail here as we begin quarter number 4. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Here's Allen. Going deep for Diggs. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And they will finally stop him, but a great return gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line.
They'll take over first.
That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you could hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Up to make the play defensively, Tre'Davious White.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
And the pass is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Jerry Jeudy. Jerry Jeudy. His first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And the lead is up to 14.
Makes the score Broncos 24, Bills 10.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
They are not ready.
And he'll get this back to just the 20 with a penalty marker down. Let's see what this is about. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused. Because it had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 31-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now a carry for Allen. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
The running back again.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
3rd down and 9.
The Bills on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Airing one out for Crowder. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 24. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones.
Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
This is Gordon as they go to him again. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Give that sack to Harrison Phillips, the big man. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Block. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 45-yard line. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 45-yard line. And he's able to get this one down to about the 40. The tackle is made by Micah Hyde.
At the 40-yard line.
Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down fourth quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it out. We've got them now.
Going underneath for Gordon.
Watch pass.
5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
And it's third down.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On third down, this is Melvin Gordon. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Not at all what they envisioned on third down. 3 yards in the wrong direction.
Field goal. A 59-yard attempt.
And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
24.
Now, this one now not over yet, Charles. You've got a sliver of hope on that other sideline.
You certainly do, because that would have made it a 3-score game. And that probably would have been curtains at that point. But now if they can get down the field quickly and somehow get the ball back one more time, we may have a different ball game.
So good field position for the Bills as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
From midfield, here's Allen. Being chased out left. Now a desperation throw deep down. And this is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Stephon Diggs with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bills draw a bit closer.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this. I know you are, too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Extra point through the snowflakes. Up and good. Time definitely of the essence now. Just under a minute to play, and here we go. This is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
He completes this to Sutton. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
At the 41-yard line.
Now we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. Locke going to hand it off here to Gordon. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. On play action, Locke. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop it.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean,
The Bills take
Oftentimes, the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
6-yard line.
The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22, and he will score. Touchdown, Denver. Oh, that's about as tough as they come. You're driving to try to put the ball in the end zone and tie the game, and that happens.
It's exciting for us, wasn't it? Because we were thinking, hey, we might be headed towards overtime. Instead, it looks like this one may very well be done. And guess what? If you're a fantasy owner and you have that defense, you just had a big, big game, didn't you?
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened.
Dashing through the snow. The 40, 30, 10, 5. And they will finally get him down. And now penalty flags coming in as well. And they might get half the distance here to boot. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
They'll run. This is Allen. And he'll be pulled down, and now a late flag will come with it. And that's in the area of a face mask, I think. So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be 2nd and goal. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for the Broncos, the win gets them to 5-9 now on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Bills, they drop their 10th game now to fall to 4-10. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals. That'll do it for us. I'm Brent.